Hi guys, how are you? A couple years ago I did a video showing every single creative art journal book that I have in my collection. And it has been requested that I do an update and show you all of the other art journals that I have gotten since I posted that video. So here is a part 2 of my creative journal collection. The video from a few years ago will be posted down below if you want to see all of the other books that are in my collection. In this video, I'll be showing you some art journals and I will show you a few of the pages and briefly explain how each book is, and if I can remember where I bought them, I will let you know. These are kind of hard to hold all at once, but these are the books I have got since the last video, so let's get into it. This first book is called Post This, and it is by David Sinden and Nicholas Catlow. I have so many of their books, I love their books, and I showed a lot of them in the previous video. This one is a really cute little one that you are supposed to hashtag post this on social media when you do the prompts and fill out the pages. I do have a few videos up on this book if you would like to see some in-depth pages, but for now I'll just show you a few. This is what the cover of this one looks like, and this can be purchased on Amazon. Here is the back if you would like to read that. And here is the introduction pages if you would like to pause and read this as well. So a few examples of how this book is this is the first page you are supposed to do, and you're supposed to take a picture of yourself when you first get the book and capture it with the hashtag. Caption it with the hashtag post this. Here is another example of a page. Some of the pages have more than one prompt per page. Like this tells you to transform a selfie down on the bottom, but then it also tells you to do something up on the top, and there's a page next to it with something on it. This next one is a journal called 5 Minute Me, and it is also by David Sinden and Sandrina Marshall. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Here is the cover of this one. This one can also be purchased on Amazon. Here is the back of the journal. This journal is a little unique from the ones that I normally post about. It's not really so much for drawing, but it's like an actual journaling type of journal. It has these little daily prompts on a page that is supposed to take you about 5 minutes to fill out, and it's just a nice little journal of happiness for busy people, according to the cover of the book. The next one is also by David Sinden, and it is called The Little Bullet Book. I believe this is the UK version, because David sent this to me, but I think the version for the US is called The Little Bullet Journal. I could be wrong, but they have different covers and different titles based on where you're purchasing it from. Here is the cover of the version I have. Mine definitely is the UK version because the price on the back is listed in pounds. Here is the back of the journal if you would like to pause and read it. This can be purchased on Amazon as well. This book is set up more so like a planner than an art journal. There are some pages that have prompts for you to draw on, but a lot of it's set up like a bullet journal, like a planner. Here is an example of a page I used as a calendar or planner. It had this blank calendar that you can fill in the month and the days, so it doesn't matter when you start it or fill out pages. And then next to it, it has a page titled Monthly Me, where you can fill out your monthly goals, and I just did all these little decoration bullet journal type things. It also has pages like this daily planner where you can list things like your meals and how much water you're drinking. There are also pages like this that say task tracker, and you can write list of things you need to do and check them off when you're finished. And then here is an example of some pages I haven't filled out that have more room to draw. This side says my piggy bank, and you can list financial things, and then this one just says me time, so you can do whatever you want on that page. If you are into bullet journaling and planning, this is a really nice book to add to your collection. It's very beautiful and there are so many pages to fill out and it's just really nice. This next one is also from David Sinden and it is called Creative Cat. This one is super cute because all of the pages somehow are inspired by a cat or have a cat on it. Here is the cover, and then here is the back of the book if you would like to read that. And this can also be found on Amazon. Like a lot of the books I'm going to show in this video, I haven't started it yet because I want to finish a lot of my other journals that I have started already before I start new ones, but I'm very excited to do this one. This page has a cat that's made out of hearts and it tells you to add more hearts and color. This one has a cat made out of yarn and it tells you to add patterns to the page. This one has a cat made out of like ink spotters and it tells you to splatter on the page. And then this page tells you to cause chaos and clean up. It's similar to a Wreck This journal or other art journals, but just every page somehow has a cat on it. So if you like cats and art journals, this is perfect. This next one is one of my absolute favorite journals, and I do have videos up where I show pages that I've completed in this journal. It is called Doodle Diary and it is by Dawn Sokol. This is an art journal meant for young girls, but honestly anyone can do this journal. It's geared more towards children. I'm 27 and I love this book. And you don't have to be a girl to do the book. Anyone can do this art journal. I found my copy at a yard sale for a quarter, so I actually don't know where you can purchase it. I'm sure you could find it on Amazon. That's where I get most of my creative journals. A lot of the pages have prompts on them for you to complete. Some of them are just colorful and I like to decorate based on what the colors of the page inspires me to do. Something I really like about this journal is on some of the pages it has what they call tooltips, which are little helpful tips and tricks for doing art in the book. It can teach you new art styles and can teach you how to use different art supplies that you may not use. And I think it's really great. Fire alarm. Anyway, I think it's really great for people just starting out with art or trying to improve their art or that may have not done any art journals before. Here is an example of a page that has what they call a tooltip on it. The page tells you to graffiti and some of the color on the page was already there. But down at the bottom it has this tooltip that suggests using a whiteout pen to color on dark spots, which I did do in this book. All those white spots were whiteout pen, and I wouldn't have thought to do that if that tooltip wasn't on the page. Here is another example of a page with a tooltip down in the corner, and it suggests using watercolored pencils, which I did have some, but I normally don't use, and I use them to do this page, and I think it looks really cool. Here's an example of one of the pages that had no prompt on it, and it was just colorful. It had almost this watercolor, like greens and blues and purples. And in the beginning of this book, it has a lot of like helpful hints and things about different art styles and ideas for different tools you can use to create art with and different techniques you can do. So like I said, I feel like this journal is great for beginners and people who are new to art journals. This next journal is the newest one in my collection. I won a giveaway from a Facebook group and I got it. So I really haven't looked at it very much yet, but it looks really fun. And I know this journal can be purchased on Amazon. This is the cover. It is called Present, Not Perfect. This is the back of the journal. And this journal is by Amy Chase. It has these really pretty pages with lots of pretty colors that inspire you to be creative without feeling the need to be perfect. It has pages like this one that tell you to fill the cup based on how positive your thoughts are today, and if you're having negative thoughts, to explain why. This page tells you to describe what life means to you. I like this page. It asks you what experiences you are thankful to have behind you and what experiences you are excited to have waiting ahead of you. This journal is called Pick Me Up, and it is by Adam J. Kurtz. This is actually the second copy I have had of this one. I had one copy that had a black cover, but it was the same book, and I was almost finished with it, and then something got spilled on it and it got ruined, and my friend Julie got me a new one. I haven't started this one though, but I do really like this journal. Here is the cover, and this can be purchased on Amazon. Here is the back of the book. Here is the introduction for the book, and you're literally just supposed to randomly pick up the book, open to random pages, and do what it says. This page tells you to draw some awards for yourself now and give them to yourself later. This page tells you to write an apology to yourself. This one tells you to draw your last meal, now, later, again, and dessert, you know. Some of it you're supposed to do when you first open it, and other prompts you're supposed to do the next time you open it. This book is really fun because it is a good mix of the type of journal that you do writing in and the type of journal that you are to draw in and be really creative in. This is another one I haven't started yet. I believe my friend Julie bought it for me, so I'm not sure where she got it from, but it is called Adultish, and you are to record your highs and lows on the road to the real world. So it's good for those 20-something-year-olds. Like me. The first 2 pages ask you how old you are and to draw your age, and then ask you if you're an adult, and you can say yes, no, or maybe. Then it has pages like this where it asks you when you were younger what qualities you thought defined being an adult. Then it has pages like this where it tells you that feeling comfortable in your own skin is a big part of adulthood, and it asks you what some of your breakthrough moments were. Then it has pages like this where it asks you who your first friend to get married was, which, by the way, that is a weird feeling when people you grew up with start getting married and having kids. This is another Carrie Smith book, and it is Wreck This Journal Now in Color. If you watched part 1 of this video, you know that I have so many Wreck This journals. The original Wreck This journal has black and white pages with prompts on it that are meant to destroy the book, but I do them in a creative way where I don't actually destroy the book, I just kind of draw on it or do art projects on it. This one has some of the same prompts, but the pages are very colorful, which really inspires the way I decorate the pages a lot different. But there are a lot of different prompts on here, and they all tend to involve the use of color. This book can be purchased from Barnes & Noble or Amazon, and I do have videos up of this book as well. As you can tell, I've done a lot of this journal. It's not completely finished yet, but it is definitely one of my favorites. An example of one of the prompts is this page told you to color the whole page red. This page told you to work with only colors that you hate. And this is one that's an example of a prompt that is the same as the original Wreck This Journal. It's the Collect Dead Bugs here, but I changed it to Disney Bugs, but the page was this green color. This next journal is another one that I haven't started yet, just because I have the original Create This book, and I'm almost finished with it, and I don't want to start the second one until I finish the first one. Create This book is by Mariah Elizabeth, and I have a lot of videos showing my copy of the first Create This book, but I haven't started the second one yet. When I do, I'll do videos on it. Every page in a Create This book, 1 or 2, tells you to create something. This page tells you to create shine. This one tells you to create a self-portrait. This one tells you to create additions and to add to these circles. I personally really enjoy both Create This book and Create This book 2, even though I haven't started mine yet. I know I'm gonna enjoy it. They give you a lot of room to draw and be creative on, and I really like the prompts. They seem very different from other creative journals I have, which when you have as many creative journals as I do, a lot of the prompts tend to get repetitive, even if they're worded a little differently. So I really do enjoy both of these books, and they can be purchased on Amazon. And the last journal I have to show you in this video is one that I recently picked up from Five Below for $3. If you have a Five Below near you, there are really cool stores where things are $5 and under, and a lot of times they have amazing creative journals. Sometimes you can even find a reckless journal there, so they're always worth checking out. This book is by Eleanor Shakespeare. This is the cover of it. It's a nice big journal, so it has lots of room to be creative. Here is what the back of the book says if you would like to pause and read. But the book has a lot of really pretty pages on it that you are meant to collage on and draw on. And it's really cool. Like, there's a lot of really cool artwork in here. It reminds me of, in the first video I showed what I have called a smash book. The paper is very similar. It feels exactly the same. It's a lot of the same style of artwork. So if you've ever had a smash journal and enjoy it, you might like this as well. Those are all of the journals I have to show you in this video. I'm not always the best at explaining things or talking about things in videos, so if you have any questions, feel free to leave those down below and I will do my very best to answer them. Thanks for watching. I love your beautiful faces, and I will see you next time. Bye!